with Heat co-captain Udonis Haslem, a player and a man that we have all enjoyed watching in his 9 years with the Heat grow up as a man and a player. And UD, congratulations. You guys are Eastern Conference champions. Third time in your career, second year in a row, and a smile that shows it. Congratulations tonight.
It's very gratifying. This team pushed us to the limit. Championship DNA, very well coached, and we had to dig deep to get it. It's a very gratifying opportunity to win this series, but make no mistake about it. The next round, we still got a chance to reach our ultimate goal, and that's winning it all.
You guys warmed down in the second half, held them to 35 second-half points, and outscored them 28-16 in the fourth quarter. What was the difference in the fourth quarter of this game?
We just talked about keep going, keep pushing, keep pushing. We got a little more depth than they do, a little younger, and we just hoped if we kept pushing that eventually we'll break through, and we did towards the end.
UD, speak about the rebounding. You had 46 rebounds in the last 4 games. Do you feel that's your main job on this team, to hit the boards?
Yeah, I think all the 50-50 balls and all the little things. When you're talking about a playoff series where it's so close between the two teams, a rebound can change the series, a loose ball, anything could change the series. So I just try to focus on the things that might not really show up in the stat sheet, but still help us win.
Well, sometimes when we're doing the games during the regular season, and you get after the ball on the floor, I usually say the Dolphins could use you for the fumbles, because you get after those loose balls that nobody else is getting them. That's the 50-50 you're talking about.
Most definitely, and it's funny you said that, because I've always dreamed of playing for the Dolphins.
Udonis, a little bit of poetic justice here. It was a year ago when you came back from missing almost the whole season. You came back in the conference finals with a vengeance against Chicago and helped the Heat win that series. This year, it's Chris Bosh that comes back after missing 9 games with an injury. Talk about the importance that Bosh played in games 5, 6, and especially tonight in game 7.
It's big. When you talk about a great defensive team loading up on our 2 main guys, we need another guy out there that we can go to, that can put the ball in the hole, that can create for other people. And tonight he stepped out and showed his range, and he can shoot the ball out there with the best of them for us, and he knocked it down.
I want you to talk a little bit about what it was like defending Kevin Garnett and the challenge ahead with Kendrick Perkins and Serge Ibaka waiting in Oklahoma City.
It was tough. You're talking about a guy who's going to be a Hall of Famer, one day. That turnaround jump at 7 feet, the way Rondo penetrates and finds his shooters, and you got to contest once again at 7 feet. So, I just tried to make things as tough as I could on him, and contest every shot and play the percentages.
UD, does your preparation change now for OKC? Is it different than preparing for Boston?
They do some things a little different, but when you talk about playing a guy like Serge Ibaka, who's been shooting the ball as well as any big man in the playoffs, another situation just like a Kevin Garnett, you got to close to him. He gets up very high off the ground on his shot, so you got to contest it and try to make him put it on the floor.
It was great seeing you and Chris Bosh on the floor at the same time for a stretch in game 6, a little bit more tonight in game 7. I want you to talk about your fellow co-captain, your 9-year teammate in Dwayne Wade, and your leader in this series, LeBron James, who may just have capped off the best playoff series of his brilliant career.
Throughout my career here, I've been very fortunate, to play with some great players, and this guy here, no disrespect to the other guys, is the cream of the crop. He's the best player I've ever had the opportunity to play with. The way he just controls the game on both ends, the way he creates for other people, and then the way he picks his spots to take over when he needs to take over. He gave us exactly what we needed last game, and tonight he gave us exactly what we needed again. As far as Dwayne, I think he was very patient tonight. He kind of waited, and in the fourth quarter, he got into his groove, and he took over the game for us.